Mayapur ki, Ganga Maya ki, Jamuna Maya ki, Bhakti Devi ki, Tulsi Maharani ki, Gaur Pramanandi. All glories to some devotees. All glories to some devotees. All glories to some devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. So, we're all new devotees. New devotees. Oh, very new devotees.
Some of them have been since last 3 years for traveling.
Traveling Sankirtan. Srila Prabhupada loved traveling Sankirtan. So we used to live in a van and we travel all over America and Canada, North America, in the van, 4 brahmacharis. And so this is called Every Town and Village. So even when traveling, of course, you have to have good sadhana bhakti. This is where the power comes from. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam. So even if you have traveling, of course, book distribution, Prabhupada really emphasized. Every time I met Prabhupada, he would say, "You do more books." Prabhupada, we did 1 million books. Double it. Do 2 million. Every time. publishing in New York, Los Angeles. Eventually it came to Los Angeles. Big, big warehouse. And Prabhu said, I'm translating, but you're not publishing fast enough. And he was pushing the BBT Sanskrit department and the editors and so on. Hurry up! And then they would put all these books, Bhagavatam, especially Bhagavatam was very popular to distribute Bhagavatam. Put it on a plane, and fly it out to wherever we were in America, very remote places. We get a big container full of books, and then Prabhupada, yes, distribute more and more. Prabhupada would say, the more books you distribute, the younger I feel. So one reporter in Dallas, Texas, said, Swamiji, what will happen when you die? You're already 80 years old. 75, 80. You're already an old man. What will happen when you die? These are all young boys. I was like, I will never die. He reasons ill who thinks that Vaishnavas die, for Vaishnavas live in sound to spread the holy name around. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says this verse, right? So Prabhupada is living in the books. Prabhupada said if they read one word, their lives may become perfect. He said even if they touch my books, their lives may become perfect. They don't have to read, just touch. This is called the book Bhagavatam. There's the person Bhagavatam, and there's the book Bhagavatam. It's also very personal because in the spiritual world, even the Chintamani stone is a devotee. Even the non-moving entity is a tree. Everything is devotee. So these books are actually persons. And when people read, of course, it says that that Bhakti Sargo Janataga Viplavo Yasmin Pratishokum Avadavati Api. That it creates a revolution within their hearts. That these words create purity of the heart. It creates a revolution in the heart. Everyone is trying to get some material happiness, right? But these books purify them. Prabhupada, when he landed in Boston in 1965, he's looking in America. As soon as you go there, you notice it's very rajasic. Very rajasic. Everything going, people, and tamasic. And what does Krishna say in the Bhagavad Gita? Rajasas tu phalam dukam, right? Karmanam sukitasya bhu sattvikam nirmalam phalam rajasas tu phalam dukam. Ajnana tamasa tamasa phalam. So, Prabhupada was praying to Krishna on Commonwealth Harbor. Krishna, why did you send me to this horrible place? Place of darkness. Kali Yuga is so strong there. Right? Cricket said, okay, Kali, you can't stay in my kingdom. You can go wherever there's hoarding of gold. So people think, oh, America has so much money, so much gold, so let's go there. But that's Kali. That's where Kali lives. Kali Central, USA. So Prabhupada wondering, but because people are so frustrated, Kama Isha Krodha Isha, Ajguna Samudbhava, people are angry, they're unhappy, they're very dukhi, and therefore many people are searching. In Western civilization, now India is imitating, but in these Western countries, England, US, Australia, there's so many cars in Delhi. Where can you drive? Bumper to bumper, he's going like, you can't even, you get something, you can't enjoy it because so much traffic in Delhi. Anyone been to Delhi? Very crowded. So he has this big Bentley, he's very proud. You can't go anywhere, it's so crowded. So this is material life. So, of course, Prabhupada, in many purports, he's asking those who are born in India, Bharat Bhumite Manusha Janma Hoil, Janma Sarta Nikara, that this means you did a lot of punya. Especially born in a Sanatana Dharma family, a Hindu family. That means previous life, you must have done some punya. God didn't come to America. You don't see Lord Ram Ayodhya in the USA or England. You don't see Vrindavan Mathura over in Australia. When Krishna appeared, he appeared in Bharatvarsh. And actually Maharaj Yudhisthira is the king of all the area. Bhumandala. He ruled the entire Bhumandala, big area, a big area. This is just one tiny little Bharatvarsha, little tiny part Varsha of so many Varshas, and then part of Jambudvip. So those kings had so much power, like Prithu Maharaj, Priyavrata Maharaj, that's so much power they could go rule further away. Now Kali Yuga's shrinking down. So Prabhupada asked that if you're born here, you got this birth, this time, means you did some good works. So he said, you become Krishna conscious, you learn this Sanatana Dharma, this Vaishnava philosophy and culture, and then you give it to other people all over the world. People are searching and looking, where is happiness, where is peace? People are manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya hi upadruta, always in anxiety, always disturbed. Everyone disturbed because Kali Yuga, modes of nature. So we have to be Prabhupada's soldiers. We are the soldiers of Lord Chaitanya's movement. And the fight is against Maya. And Maya is very expert. She attacks us in the mind. So we know Arjuna is saying, Chanchala himana Krishna pramati balavadridam. The mind is obstinate, it's chanchal, it's desiring, ichadvesha samutena dvandvamohena bharata. Desire and hate. The mind is constantly desiring, and then soche, then it gets some lamentation. Like that. This is the big problem all over the world, the mind. Bandhur atma anastasya yena mayatmana jitaha. You have to conquer your mind. That means what? It means we have sadhana bhakti and Pancharachika Vidhi, then we do Bhagavad Vidhi. So Pancharachika means sadhana. Get up very early in the morning, you worship the Lord. Kapila Dev says that when you see the Archana Vigraha of the Lord, it is non-different from the yogi in the Himalayas meditating on Lord Vishnu. Non-different from Dhruva Maharaj, who performed so much tapasya, 5-year-old boy, and he saw Vishnu within his heart. When he opened his eyes, he saw Vishnu. So in Kali Yuga, Sanatana Goswami, he's actually coming from the spiritual world. He's Lavanga. He is Lavanga Manjari. He is empowered by the Lord. Nana Shastra Vichara Naika Nipano Sadharma Samskapo Lokanami Takarino. He is come and he's translating and giving us how to practice sadhana bhakti, pancharachiki vidhi. Hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, Nityam Bhagavatam Sevaya. soul is covered by a lot of illusions. Kam, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. The six highwaymen. Six highwaymen. Lust, greed, anger, madness. What does madness mean? I see in Calcutta young men smoking cigarettes. Do you know what kills you? You smoke cigarettes, you'll die. Already so much research done. In America now, people not smoking in the US, so now they're coming to Asia, selling cigarettes. Look at those guys over here. Big marketing plan. So right on the package it says, this will give you cancer. Cancer is like #1 killer in the world. Cancer, heart disease, these are Kali Yuga diseases. So madness. You look at the package, you're going to kill you. Oh, no problem, I like to smoke. And Matsarya, envy or jealousy. So these are the six, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, highwaymen. So also, when we're practicing devotional service, we have to keep the mind under control. So, Dambu Dharma Bhimanascha Krodha Purusha Mevacha. Krishna said demoniac qualities, false pride, false prestige, harshness. Prabhu, move over. Prabhu means master. Sometimes some devotee, we don't like them. Atsarya, in the mind, in the heart. So we have to become free from all the aparads, right? Vaishnava aparad. Sometimes it's Mahabharata in ISKCON. So you have to, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is extremely humble. Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, very humble approach. What to speak Haridas Thakur? Namacharya, every day, 192 rounds. How many rounds do you do? 16. Doing 192 every day. How is it possible? And yet, when he went to Puri, no, I just stay away. I may offend the Pandits. I may offend the Pandas. So he stayed away. Lord Gaura Mahaprabhu gave him a special place to sit and chant. And every day Gaura Mahaprabhu would visit him. God is visiting him. So if we're very humble, then Krishna gives us the Dami Buddhi Yogam Tam. He gives us understanding how to make spiritual advancement. Not that, I did so many books, so much Lakshmi came when I'm traveling distributing books. Don't you know I'm the best book distributor? My name is #1. Like that. No, that is pride. Dambo, Darpo, false pride. That we have to get rid of. Don't think that I am better than some other devotee. If some devotee insults me, then I like this. No, amanina manadena. Then always chanting. Feel oneself lower than the straw on the street. And titikshava. Always very tolerant. Without tolerance, humility, you won't last. And our business is preaching. Our weapons are the Prabhupada's books, the holy name, and prasadam distribution. Prabhupada said these are the 3-point attacks we do. So, to maintain and make spiritual advancement, we have to keep the mind under control. Beat the mind with sticks, beat the mind with shoes. Bhaktisiddhanta said, when you wake up in the morning, take a shoe, beat the mind. And when you go to sleep at night, take a stick, broomstick, beat again. Yasmin nod vijate loko, loka nod vijate chaya, harsha payod vegar, muktiya sachame priyaha. One who is never offended by anyone, even though they may cause you offense to you, commit offense to you. Okay, Krishna's mercy. Like the Pandavas, right? Kunti. Give me more misery. Let them bring more misery. Then Krishna comes. Krishna helped Draupadi as she gave up. She's trying to hold on, but then she said, "Oh no, I surrender." Then unlimited sorry. Right? So the Pandavas there's certain unwanted enemies in the heart, weeds in your heart. Kuti nati. Kuti nati means fault finding. Look at this devotee. He doesn't do book distribution. What's the use? Look at me, I'm big pujari. This devotee never gets to do pujari work. Like that, kuti nati, fault find. Oh, look at this devotee, he has so many faults. So this is a kind of violence to others. This fault finding is an envious nature. So Bhaktisiddhanta said, be very careful, because sometimes you're chanting Hare Krishna, but you have some motive. Maybe you want to be the temple president of Hyderabad. I don't know. I'll become temple president of GBC and then take sannyas and then be a guru. Then my life is perfect. Climb the corporate ladder, right? That's what the karmis do. They call the yuppies, upper mobility. I start at the bottom, I beat some people out, and the next step, now I'm sannyasi guru, GBC. I'm at the top of the pyramid. No, this is very dangerous, because most devotees in ISKCON, even senior devotees, not so advanced. Prabhupada, when Prabhupada came in the temple room, everyone's like, wow, like the sun just came in the room. Very powerful, humble, very tolerant. You see the Shakti of Krishna when you saw Prabhupada. Not ordinary sadhu, not ordinary devotee, empowered by the Lord. That is very, very rare. And Mahabhagavad is a Mahabhagavad. Prabhupada just wanted us to be Madhyamadikari, and slowly, maybe Krishna will give more and more mercy over maybe 50 years, 60 years, maybe you can become Raga Bhakti. In Sadhana Bhakti, there's Vedi and Raga. Raga means more attachment to Bhakti. You don't have to force yourself to chant. You don't have to force yourself to wake up. You're enthusiastic. Oh, 2 o'clock. I have to wake up. Chant Hare Krishna. Chant some more extra rounds. This is means more spontaneous devotional service. That is very rare also. So we have to know, and the more advancement you make, the more humble you become. You feel more unqualified. Gopashordas Babaji, he told people, when I leave my body, drag my body through the streets of Navadvip. Right? And then Navadvip, Downvasi, oh yeah, this is great devotee instruction, we should drag his body. And Bhaktisiddhanta was so angry. How dare you? He's a great Paramahansa. How dare you drag his body? He said, the body is mine, I claim this body. I'm his disciple. Oh no. We want him, we're putting him in samadhi because then people will come to our temple. Very motivated. So Bhaktisiddhanta said, are you qualified? Have you had illicit sex in the last year? Have you had sex in the last month? How about the last week? Yesterday? Not following the principles, how you can touch this person's body. So he made them shame. He said, you're not even following the basic rules of Bhakti Yoga, of Dharma. No illicit sex, no gambling, no meat eating, no intoxication. And you want to take his body? No. So Bhaktisiddhanta took and put him in samadhi right there. stole all the jewels, right? They took all the diamonds and all the rubies, all the Indranila gems. He said, but you forgot to take the real treasure. He said, I have come now to give the real jewel, the real diamond. Pure bhakti. Pure bhakti. That is what this world is lacking. Nothing else. Bhaktisiddhanta said, you burn all the books except the Shastra, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita. You burn all the other books, there's no loss. He said, actually it's sinful to use trees to print nonsense newspapers. He said that, you're just puppies. He said the only purpose for those trees, only advantage of printing is when you print Srimad Bhagavatam, when you print Gita. He said otherwise you're committing sins, killing trees. Very sinful. So every day people are reading newspaper. Wow. And then Prabhu said, they're just like crows. Crow is always looking for garbage, but the Hansa, the swan, wants to hear Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, wants to hear topics of the Lord. Swavidvara hustakarai samstuta purusha pushu nayat karna patopetu jatu nama gadagaja. Second canto. Sukadeva Goswami says, men who are like dogs, hogs, camels, and asses never care to hear about the transcendental topics of the Lord, the Dagaja, the deliverer from all evils. So he's saying, that the tongue which doesn't glorify the Lord is like the tongue of the frog. The frog is croaking, and the serpent comes, the snake comes, and eats the frog, right? The snake of time is eating everyone's life. Kalosmi Bharatarshava, eating them away, and they're just talking nonsense. Oh, who won the last election? Who is the mayor? How can I make stocks and bonds? Now India, mutual funds. If I get rich, then I'll be happy, right? No, this Krishna says in the Gita, this is the demoniac mentality. Right? 16th chapter, Idam Ajamaya Labdam, Imam Prapsha Manoratam. By my cunning mind, I will cheat people and become very wealthy. And then people will worship me. Who cares about God? Idam Hasidam Apive Bhavishni Punar Dhanam. I'll get more and more wealthy. Somaya Hadashatru, Unostu Sadrisham Maya, Ishvaraham Bhogi, Sidoham Balavan Sukhi. This is this modern day mentality. Oh, that person's my competition. He's my enemy. I must crush him. Let me crush him. Beat him. Step on him. And prosper. Look at me. I have Mercedes. I have BMW. Forget about that. I have imported car. This is mentality of a demon. Unfortunately, more and more getting influence. So Lord Chaitanya's movement is pushing back Kali Yuga. Prabhupada told us, one famous book distributor, Tripurari, he said, Prabhupada, if we keep distributing our books, will we push back Kali Yuga? Prabhupada said, yes, of course. You keep distributing millions of these books. He said they're like poison. The poison will take and they'll become poison. They'll become Krishna conscious poison. Now they're really drinking poison. Poison of materialism, poison of sense gratification, poison of material acquisition. This is all huge source of misery, right? Right? So Prabhupada said the more books we distribute, the more we preach, we're injecting poison. He said once they touch or read these books, he said poison is taking. It's a slow process. He said, why are you in such a hurry? This Krishna conscious movement will gradually take over the world. High court judges will be wearing tilak, he said. High court judge. Then we'll be safe. When the high court judge is wearing some tilak. I have a devotee friend in Los he's still not happy. So many of them, they come to the Hare Krishna temple. Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, devotee of Krishna. He's an ISKCON man, surrendered to Krishna. This guy, African American, Smith. Will Smith. Yeah, he's devotee. He's so much Krishna. I got all Bhagavatam sent in his house. His daughter, Willow Smith, wearing tilak all the time now. Complete devotee. She read Brahma Samhita. Wow, God is very beautiful. Wow, he plays the flute, he's blue. You know, he's surrounded by beautiful cows. There's no death there. There's no old age. There's no government taxing. Nice Brahma Samhita. Wow. Complete devotee. 100% devotee. Chanting Hare Krishna. All her songs are Hare Krishna. And Brahma Samhita she did. And different things like that. Govinda Maripucham. Just intelligent people understand. Just like there's a prison. Like the government makes a prison. But they also have a nice place where you can live. You know, with nice parks, nice lakes, nice flower arrangements, like that. So people understand this is the prison. So where's the Vaikuntha? Where's the place? So they take to Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada's books are very, very powerful, very clear. I remember some people reading in the airport. They would buy a book and then they're reading. I said, wow, this completely makes sense. I never understood the Bible. You read the Bible, you can't understand. They use Old English, and it doesn't explain too much. Basically, you have to just believe that Jesus is a prophet. But in the Gita, it starts, you know, your body is a vehicle, and your soul animates your body, and when the body dies, you keep going. That's why you see your body changing, but you're the same person. Right? Like, you go, wow, amazing, so logical. First chapter, second chapter, first philosophy chapter, then you go, oh, what's karma? Everyone wants to know karma. Karma is very popular. What is karma? Karma means this morning you had a fight with your wife. And when you come home, there's no prashad. Happens. Instant karma. So you have to be nice and humble. Of course, in India they have etiquette. The wife is, you know, but in America, no. Man and woman are equal. Therefore, divorce rate is 1 out of 2. Big divorce rate. But like that, so they want to know what is karma. I do something wrong, and I get a punishment, basically. Or I do something good, I get a good return. So this is going on, that people are intelligent. So Prabhupada's book, Karma Yoga, Krishna Consciousness, Sankhya Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, all the different chapters, Nali Raja Vidya, very clear. So the guy like Bill Clinton, he has everything. Now he's vegetarian, vegan. He's a vegan now. He became vegan by reading Bhagavad Gita. Because many purposes, Prabhupada said the worst thing you're doing is in the name of egalitarianism, equality, you know, democracy, equality. But what about the animals? You're also praja. You're also citizen. Are you protecting them? No. You open a slaughterhouse and take their flesh, cook it up. Yummy. Really good. This is good won't be around. Lord Chaitanya Prabhu and Krishna is so merciful. Even if you do tiny little bit of service, he'll give you a human birth. Even you go past, Prabhu said someone walks past the kirtan, and they go, oh, Hare Krishna, very nice. He says they get the benefit by saying very nice. Even a human body they'll get. Someone says, what's this? Oh, okay, here, take $20. Give a donation. Prabhu, you get a Jnana Sukriti. You get so much benefit just supporting little ISKCON, little bit. I was organizing in one city up in Canada, Festival of India. So of course, U.S., Canada, many Christian people, and they don't like Hare Krishna. My son became a Hare Krishna, he became Hindu. Oh, very bad. Even, I know one guy from Pakistan, Muslim, he became a Hare Krishna. In Canada, his wife is devotee, everything. And every day reading Prabhupada's books. Whole family in Pakistan. Oh, no, you're finished. Don't come back to Pakistan. We don't care, right? We don't care, right? Upadi, sab upadi, vimurvitam, nirmuktam, tatparat vinayam. God is Rishikesh, you know, we're not the Pakistani or Muslim, we're devotees of God. Jivara sort of pointing here. That's what we preach. Even I was in England 1 year ago, Bonnie just said, yes, I'm from Sikh community. But, you know, Prabhupada's books giving the clear thing, you know, doesn't matter Sikh or Christian. So Christian people always, oh, no Hare Krishna. These guys, they're stealing our children. That's what they say. I'm the Jews. Jews are worse, even too aggressive. So all the leaders in ISKCON in the 70s, Ramaswar, Bhagawan, many others, all from Jewish Jayadvaita, all from Jewish front. And the Jewish people so upset. The rabbi distribute a book in such a way that they're happy to read it. Not that somehow you use some cunning, some surreptitious way, and they got the book, they gave you, 300 rupees, but they're going away, and, oh, this guy, he overpowered me, conned me into this, Not like that. So Prabhu said there's a fine line. Like hook means, you can say, like in the West, we say, oh yeah, this is about yoga. They're thinking, oh, no, bhakti yoga. So it's a little divisive. But yoga, the highest yoga, right? Yoginam api sarvesham madhyate nataratmanam. So it's a kind of, he said, that's a white lie to get them interested. Then you show the pictures, you show the Sanskrit. Oh, Sanskrit. Everyone, oh, Sanskrit. Amazing. Anyone that knows about yoga, Sanskrit is like the top thing in the world. Sanskrit. It's sophisticated language. Yes, we have Sanskrit. And so on. And they, okay, yeah, I'm interested. Because for them, $20, $10 is just a cup of coffee at Starbucks. So you say, come on, give a donation. How much is Starbucks coffee? $20. If you go to Delhi, you buy a coffee from Starbucks, it's quite expensive. You say, yeah, it's nothing for them. Okay, here you go, $20. And they're buying your consciousness. You're sincerely trying. You've done your sadhana, you're chanting very attentive rounds. You're very sincere. Control the mind, control everything. Studying the scriptures. So when you go out, Prabhupada is empowering us. Krishna Shakti Vinana Hitara Pravartana. When Surabi was building these buildings, the two, Lotus building, and Prabhupada Samadhi also was built by Surabis. And he built Bombay. He's an architect. Surabi Swami. Prabhupada said, I felt empowered. When you practice this bhakti and then you distribute it, you become so empowered. All the acharyas are sitting looking at you going, good boy, good boy. They're very happy. You can feel their happiness. You distribute a few Bhagavad Gitas and you feel the nectar coming from the acharyas. The reciprocation is automatic. It's immediate. You feel that and that enthuses you. Sometimes people in the airport, they're buying books. They don't even know what they're buying, but you're so happy, so ecstatic. They're buying your ecstasy. They're buying the Sachin Ananda. Sure, I'll take it. What do you got? I want what you have. You're so ecstatic. When we distribute books, distribute the whole name, we get ecstatic. And people, that's what they want. Ananda Vyasa. They're wanting happiness. They don't have happiness. This is how I tell people in America. I show them the Gita. See, this book is ancient Indian culture and philosophy. You see, in America, we live here, a wealthy country. Are you happy? No, we're not happy. It's so sad. They all admit it. No, we're not really very happy. million and not happy, what's the use? No shanti, no happiness. Right? First shanti, then sukh. But they don't have. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj says, his father ruled the entire universe. He occupied the kingdom of Indra. Can you imagine? Heavenly kingdom. Hiranyakashipu was sitting on the throne of Indra. Conquer the whole world. Prahlad said, Matirna Krishna Paratasutova Navodvijay Paraduratriya Vaikaranyam Virya Gayana Mahamrita Magnachita Soche Tato Vimukachecha Saindriyartam Maya Sukayam Param Udbhagato Vimuda. He says that, Lord Nrsingadev, I don't want anything. My only lamentation, my only unhappiness is that Vimukacheti sa Indriyartam, that the people here in this world are trying to enjoy their senses. Maya Sukaya Paramudbhagato Vimuda. Oh, I have a wife, I have children, I have a bank balance, I have property. I have property up in Haryana. So much property. I have property, I have a nice house in, Sikkim, where I go when it's hot weather, I go there. Like this, I have a nice boat, I can go on the water. I go to Europe for vacations, like this. Baro Vimudha, they're bewildered by this society, accumulation of property, possessions, atyahara. Rupa Goswami warns, don't overeat and don't collect too many things. Atyahara, right? So these people, they have so much. You see them throwing away something expensive, they don't like it. Oh, just throw it. Just throw it away. That's American. Wasteful, very wasteful. So, Prahlad is saying, my only lamentation, Socheta to Vimukacheta sa Indriyartam, Maya Sukayam. They try to enjoy so-called happiness of illusion, of Maya. Let me enjoy Maya. No one can enjoy develop sattva going more and more, and you develop more on the holy name, appreciation of the holy name of Krishna, Radha, then tolerance builds up. The false ego comes when we become lazy or complacent. Complacency is the enemy of a devotee. I did 16 rounds. Let me look at some
since you had such a big journey in this specific aspect of book distribution, so I was just curious and interested to know few or some incidents while book distribution where you realize that it is so fascinating and which gave you like which made you feel so much of reciprocation of Krishna like during the book distribution journey. So if you could share some of that, that would be really inspiring for us.
Yeah. So you might have heard of Montreal. Prabhupada was there for 2 months in 1966. It's in Canada. So the famous university there called McGill. And in the early 20th century, early times, 1911, 1912, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he wrote a book about Lord Chaitanya and it ended up in that library. So it was a very famous university, very old. And that book, some devotee went and borrowed it and stole it. Anyway, I was distributing books at that university in 1988. This guy, he came and he said, what are you guys? Hare Krishna? Okay. He says, my father is from Punjab. I'll buy it. So he bought a book. His mother is from Punjab. She's Hindu. Father Sikh. Big guy. So he's a student. So he's studying, political science. What happened was, I was doing Festival of India in a city on the other side of Canada about 8 years ago. And it's full of Christians, so it's a very difficult job to, get this festival. And the big fest, people come, thousands come when we do a festival. We get prashad, we bring cows, because we have farm, Goshala. Bring the cows, and we do some face painting, some, what do you call that, henna? People love that stuff. They're bored, right? Anyway, there was some opposition. So I had to go and meet the mayor. So I went to the mayor's office in this beautiful city to get the permission for the beautiful park for the festival day. I walk in and I didn't remember, but this was the guy that bought a book from me in university. His name was Arjun. Now he's a big man, he's 50 years old, whatever. Completely westernized. Completely. And I said, yeah, I'm from Islam. We have festival meeting. I'd like to get permission. He said, is your name Kripanidhi? I said, yeah, why? He said, you sold me a book in 1988. Now it's 2016. And he said, it's wonderful. I love you guys, and my mother got your Bhagavad Gita in Toronto, and she loves Bhagavad Gita, she loves Krishna. He said, what's the problem? I said, well, we have opposition here in the West, they don't want us to spread the movement. He said, don't worry, I'm the mayor. And he's giving me all the permissions. And then he said, but you have to get permission for the food, because they're very strict. You have to get what is called food safe certification. Your kitchen has to be inspected, and then the food, when you distribute to the public, they come and inspect it. If the food is too cold, they use a thermometer, and they throw soap in it so they can't serve it. They used to do this to us, very strict. It's a Western society. Everything is controlled. So I phoned, he said, go and speak to the health superintendent for the city. So I phoned him, and I only had 1 month to south of Russia, and we're in Canada. She says, yeah, I know you're trying to spread a message. I said, yeah. She said, I bought all your books, I bought all your cookbooks, I love you guys. She says, no problem. So a big festival, and so many people. Then one guy, he was from Hyderabad. In that city, he won Entrepreneur of the Year. another story. So many stories like that. You know, people, they sometimes in the airport when you sell a book, people, oh, Hare Krishna, they throw the book. So one girl, I met her, and she said that someone threw the book behind my house when I was a young girl, like 10 years old. So I took the book, I read it, and I became a vegetarian. So then, now I'm distributing prasadam at a festival, which case against him and threw him out of the country, exploiting people. And unfortunately, in the fifth canto, it describes the force of material enjoyment. So many gurus and swamis come, but they're actually trying to eat your flesh, drink your blood. It's in Jadabharat and Maharaj Rahugana. And Jadabharat explaining force of material enjoyment. So many holy men are coming to drink your blood and eat your flesh. Just like the bird of prey, the vulture comes, and they're compared to the bird of prey, the vulture. Come and simply eat your flesh, that's all. I'm promising you, yeah, you can get nirvana. I'll give you nirvana. Give me 1 crore rupees, no problem, guaranteed nirvana. Moksha. This is going on. So like that, people go, these yogis and swamis go there, but they're all cheaters, mostly cheaters, except Prabhupada. But, you see, it's easy. Some people want to be cheated. No, you do as you like. No, you don't give up meat. Eat some meat, come and do yoga. Yoga comes out of Patanjali. It comes out of Vedas. The yogis, they don't even eat cooked food. They're eating some, like Dhruva Maharaj, eating leaves and grass, right? Eating some berries, then leaves and grass, then only water. This is really, if you want to do yoga, mystic yoga, it has to be very austere. Tapasvis, right? They're tapasvis. Go to America, oh, drink some alcohol, no problem, give me some money. You want a mantra? I have a mantra. One friend of mine, they bought a mantra. This person is called Maharishi Yogi. He went to America and they go in marketing. Oh yes, we can give you a mantra. If you chant this mantra, all your desires will be fulfilled. You get moksha, you get dhan, you get rich, everything. You get the best of everything. Just chant the mantra. So my friend, she bought the mantra, $250. And you know what the mantra? And he said, secret mantra, don't tell anyone. Krishnamurti, 58. It's like a baby. He's just a little baby. He's still taking some milk from the mother. So, of course, the baby has to learn how to walk. So there have been some problems in our movement. Yeah, you must have heard. Many leaders have gone away. As the baby is trying to walk, slowly, slowly. When I was living in India, in Delhi, 1983 to 89, sons, Swamiji. What more? What more do you want? So she didn't get ready. Guru Dakshi, right? I gave you 2 sons. But some parents, very few, but some parents, they came and met Prabhupada. Like, this girl, her father was like a psychologist, educated. So he came, and after something, he was chanting like 6 rounds a day, and prashadam only. And he was an older man, but he was educated, so he understood, well, the Swami's teaching some high philosophy, highly intellectual, something much higher than just material things. And being an educated psychologist, he understood who's happy in America. No one's happy. He's a psychologist. He can see people unhappy. But he took shelter of Prabhupada. Prabhupada became like his Shiksha guru. And he's chanting japa, doing take prashadam, like that. Very rare, but happened. 1 out of 2,000 maybe became like that. But one minute, some parents, they kidnapped their children, pulled them from the temple, kidnapped them, took off beads, burned the japa, heavy stuff. And then this one girl, he kept her in like against her will, and she escaped. And she called the police. And this is Los Angeles. So they sent a helicopter, picked her up in a helicopter, and took her back to Los Angeles. Los Angeles Times, biggest newspaper in America. Parents kidnapped Hare Krishna girl.